Hey everyone, right, redesign today on my lovely client who in 5 weeks time she's gonna have a baby. So this really was the last set. So she didn't really have much choice. I said to her, Kay, we just gotta go out with a bang. So she let me just do what I wanted to do. So I removed what she had on because I wanted to completely change her shape. I'm now dehydrating and priming that natural nail, and I'm going to go in with a little bead of Kylea just for that nail plate. There's going to be so much design on here that I just want to protect that natural nail, and it's going to be easier when we come to remove them if we're doing another design set. If I'm honest, these are coming off and she's just going to have a builder gel. But if this was another client, I could just e-file back down to that Kylea and I can design again. So this set today, it is full on. It is major. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm gutted that, why does she have to go and get pregnant? How selfish. Yeah, she'll learn to cope. She'll cope. I've told her she can have a few weeks with a bit of builder gel, but then she's coming back to me. She won't be able to cope with it. Right, let's start. Ring finger, we've got sugared almond from Glitterbels, and I'm doing a reverse French. That first bead goes on. I make the back of the bead lovely and flush, stretching it over to each side, and then I tailor the wings up and stretch down the nail, just walking it, not painting it because that will lay it flat. I walk it step by step until it's as long as I need it, just tidying up as I go. And there's a fucking hair stuck in it. Yay. Next bead is my apex placement, but pushing down behind it for my cuticle as well. So that's where I need an apex. Touching behind the bead, just popping it into the cuticle area. Each side wall comes down, leaving where I'd like an apex and painting the front of it. So instead of just wiping from the back, where then you're going to drop your apex and lose it, just pulling it forward to where I need it and then painting in. Here we've got Orchid. This is from my website. What I've done is dip into my monomer, then dip into my clear acrylic, picking up a tiny eye bogey bead of clear acrylic. That then dips into my raw glitter, and I always like to keep my glitter raw. I don't pre-mix because that means I can use it for other stuff. So Orchid is the background colour for this. And then we're using a new glitter. This is so new, it doesn't have a name. It might have a name by the time I upload this, but currently, whilst doing the voiceover for this, it doesn't have a name. It's blooming lovely though, it's quite iridescent. Ew, what did I do on this thing? Oh, this one's quite nice. I can't remember the names of them. Why does Big Grape? No, I don't know. I can't remember it. But if you look in the description, I would have put everything in it. But they're Glitterbels coloured powders. This one was a little bit of a bugger. Quite grainy. You can see the dark patches. So I'm going to burp. Pardon me. I'm an absolute pig. So I have to work it on the nail. I'll pick up a bead. And again, this one, yeah, it was a lavender. Have to move it around so it doesn't marble as much. Just ombreing those two in together. And then I'll do the cuticle. Now, I wasn't worried about my ombre too much on this because you will see the lovelies that I'm going to use in a minute. And it just makes sense. So, just ombreing that down. And then, come on, Kai. I want the good stuff now. I want the good stuff. Clearly just making sure that purple is a little bit better. It's so annoying when you go to work with something and it's grainy or it marbles. But the best thing to do is when you've got that clear base down, pick up that bead, move your brush around in it if you've got the time and mix the colours together. Okay, here we go. Look at this. This flake is a newbie off the website, and it's called Nebula. It's beautiful. So I've done Nebula on the left hand side and I'm picking up Venus now. They look fantastic on black. They change with every other colour that you use. They are chameleon. They also can be chromed as well. So you could rub them into a non-wipe top coat and it would give you a chrome effect. I'm going to be putting some shell on this middle finger. And again, this is off my website. I'm just sizing it up where I want it. Just trimming it with my scissors. Just checking it. And then it is just got a sticky back to it. So I'm just going to get my scissors into the back of it because gloves, poke it off. It's lovely and sticky. It will stick into place. And I'll show you how I'll tidy that as well. It really did give so much depth to this design set. I was just throwing everything at it. Like literally anything I could have encapsulated today, I was doing it. I was just loving life. And Kay had quite a boring set beforehand. She actually came back. She's like, I can't live this life anymore. As you see, I turned her hand over so that I could trim underneath it. I could see where it was overhanging. So by just, if I'd have tried to trim it that way, I would have probably trimmed something out of place. So again, going back in with sugared almond, that shell is now stuck in place. It's not encapsulated, it's not held down. It's just got a sticky back to it, so it's all perfect. Sugared almond down, and then I'm just going to neaten that up around the shell. I put the shell on first, otherwise it would have been difficult to have trimmed the shell perfectly up to the sugared almond. So by doing the sugar, I always get my words all mumbled. Putting that shell on first, I could just bring over the nude over it and do a little line. Right, those two colours that I ain't got a clue what they are, we're doing those again and we're going to marble them in. Nice and wet, tip of my brush, just feathering it through each other. Oh, my phone decided to stop recording there, so if there's a little bit of a jump, that's what it was. When you're marbling, do not push too deep. If you push too deep, it will go wrong. You'll hit that base layer. You'll end up with it just splodging everywhere and it will just look shite. So nice and light using the tip of the brush. I'm going to use that new glitter, the glitter that has no name. That's what we're going to use here. Like I said, I've used everything. I had to put a bit of that glitter on. It's because it's on the little finger, so I've got to throw it across somewhere else so the whole design runs and it all flows and it all looks like it all belongs to each other. And then I'm going to put a few of those flakes just in the shell so it just, ooh, when the light hits it, ooh, what's that in your nails, Kate? Ooh, ooh, oh yeah, it's a bit of flake, ooh, yeah, a bit of shell. So that's why I did it. Yeah, I do these little voices to her as well. She's going to get so much hate for this because she has a pun and apparently people are like, oh, you having those nails with the baby? Fuck off. So this last set, we're going out with a bang. I've told her to tell them that she's having a cesarean and performing it herself. So, done, baby's out. Not. Why do people think that they can have an opinion on that? Really gets my goat. Ooh, whilst we're talking about goats, you know I spoke last time that I got Beyonce had died, R.I.P.B. Was going to get a new goat, going to call Sasha Fierce. I have got a new goat, but it's not called Sasha Fierce. Guess what its name is? I'm not talking about this now, you know what I'm doing. My new goat has been named by Teddy, and I said, oh boys, what should we call the new goat? Ooh. Straight away, he come out with, this is why I fucking love him. He come out, he said, I want to call her Princess Wonky Eye. He is a legend. I love that kid so much. Princess Wonky Eye. I love it. So she is PWE, Princess Wonky Eye. We'll call her Princess, but her full title will be Princess Wonky Eye. Yay. Right, I've done the shell all over that. It was self-explanatory. It sticks to it. Turn the nail upside down, trim, trim, trim. And we will encapsulate it all in a moment. I love this shell. It, like I say, so much depth to it. You look back at it and you're like, damn girl, what have you done? There's like so much depth. You've done like mystical things to this finger when really it's just stuck on. So easy, really easy. Right, we're going to just go and encapsulate everything. I think I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to let you watch the rest of this video. I'll go on and I will encapsulate these. When you're encapsulating, make sure that nothing sparkles back at you. If anything is twinkling, it's going to get ruined with the file. So make sure everything's covered. And that's it. Yeah, I've left the top coat reveal in this as well because I'm not joking. Fanny flutters big time. Beautiful. Love the set. Gonna blow my own trumpet. Love this set. Hope you love it too. If you do, please give us a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Love you all. Bye.